I just don't think I can do this. Every day is just killing me. It's taking all of my energy, everything I have to fight against these voices in my head that are telling me I cannot do this. What would you say?
Yeah, that's a really common state as well. And it also deserves so much compassion from the individual and from those around them. Treatment burnout is real. Not only do you feel, if you've been spending money on a team, like that can get quite overwhelming, but also just the fight every day is exhausting. I often talk to my patients, and so many of them share my personality trait, which is trying to be a pleaser and trying to accomplish big things. And providers and family members, loved ones, have to recognize that every day, someone who's trying to recover is deeply disappointing one aspect of themselves. If they are full on recovery, they are deeply disappointing the part of them that is demanding restriction and overexercise. If they give in to that other side of them and are not in recovery that day, they are deeply disappointing the part of them that has hopes and dreams and has that wise mind that knows these behaviors aren't helpful and needs to break free. The act of disappointing oneself every day is incredibly exhausting. And so is the act every day, which I know every person in recovery experiences, of deciding at any given moment, what side am I on? Am I going to do this or that? It happens at every meal, snack, movement opportunity, possibly every time you walk by a mirror or buy new clothing. It's happening every day. And to have to decide sort of on an existential level, what am I going to do in this moment, tears you apart. It is exhausting, which is why it's so important to understand that this is not sort of a casual, oh, just get over it. Oh, just eat more. Oh, just move less. What, everybody else likes to rest. Why don't you like to rest? Like, that is so reductionist. It's so unfair. This is a battle for life and death every day, and it is exhausting. And almost no one is doing it with nothing else to do. Most people are doing it while trying to work or be in school, be a parent, be an athlete, all of these different roles, when we generally consider those roles to be enough to fill a whole life, much less be working on that recovery every day. So sometimes what we need to do in those moments is take a breath and ask a few questions. One, am I having an anniversary reaction of some type? If you have been in treatment, or you were injured, or you lost a parent 1 year ago to this day, your body knows by the change of the light, by the feel of the temperature in the air, by the clothing, that it's been about a year and you are going to be mourning that. And it might just be that thing that pushes you over into not being able to deal anymore. In which case, hold. Don't ask yourself to keep making forward progress. Eat a greater variety of foods. Allow your weight to keep coming up if that's part of the treatment. You might just need to say, I need to plateau here for a minute. I cannot keep pushing myself, and not relapsing has to be viewed as a huge triumph. If you do relapse, it's not what happened, it's what happened next. There can be a lot of shame in relapse because oftentimes people have put a lot of resources into you. You yourself have worked so hard. You're goal-oriented. You don't want to be falling backwards. Acknowledge it, get compassion, take a breath, take the next right step. So anniversary reactions can do it. Anything just new in your life that's causing you to fall apart can be another reason to say, hey, I'm just going to have to hold ground. I'm going to have to tread water here for a sec because I can't keep pushing forward. The key is to show up with compassion and warmth. And rather than in these moments, it's very, very tempting to be like, I'm so much better than I used to be. I'm so much better than my worst day. Surely it's enough. Or maybe it's even too much. Maybe I can tolerate a little bit of relapse here. Instead of looking backward, and certainly instead of comparing yourself to other peers, especially on social media, who look blanker than you and are triggering, focus on your future. What do I want for myself? how do I want to relate to my body? How do I want to relate to my needs? What do I want for myself? How can I picture what that is? We're almost certainly disordered eating or an eating disorder doesn't have a role. Let me use that as my light at the end of the tunnel instead of being tempted backwards.
Thank you so much. Such a powerful answer there. I appreciate that.